So I am a living witness of what education can do. Today, I'm currently in the US. It was through education. Yes. Right now, I'm actually doing my PhD in the US. I came here on a fully funded scholarship to the US. And then before my Hapukwana, Nigeria, I went to school. I graduated with a very good result. For one day, I never looked for a job. Like I never submitted application. I got appointment right from the day of my graduation. So the only thing I was like, it's just an advice. On your plan or school, if you have the opportunity to go to school, most especially when you're poor man, you have the opportunity to get to school. Please, the best thing you can ever do for yourself is just take it serious. If there's anything like the best result in your school, try as much as you can to have it. Mr. Chukwumerije kwuru one thing or say one man or chọrọ inye mmadụ ọrụ na their village or say ha weta certificate, there was no certificate. Ịma ihe ga-afụta echi asị gị, oh, okay, ọ wụ na ị nwere this certificate or ya produce it ka ị gawa. I have so many, I remember some of my friends like, oh, okay, go teach me, go teach and say, okay, Ganlen or Wakaibido, Hagara school, but they cannot use their certificate to come over because they have a particular point you're supposed to get before you went the admission. Of course, notation and went visa. First of all, went the admission first. I'm talking about US here now, not UK. Because US system of education can actually be a little bit funny. And then Madisigida, our certificate in Nigeria is not valued outside the country. It's a big lie. It's a fallacy. Big fallacy. Do the best you can. Do everything you can. I got into this place. The professor I'm currently working with, the first time he saw my CV, he was like, sometimes when something's all I him, you can do it. I was like, sir, I cannot do it. I said, I know you can do it. It's just that you don't want to put in the work. So please, anybody in Asagida, your certificate is not this, so it's not that. Please, it's not true. Put in your best. On your black business, even those doing business, you can still go to school, have your results. Otishine business gina, or in where the experience is two different things. And besides,
Korana yotishi wete route gara bata otishi bata can those use ya learner hoge wete the same luck like you.
Okay, well, I can be do first of all. Because equal boya and cake or okay. First of all, let me start. I studied computer science in Nigeria. I'm a computer scientist. And the thing is, I graduated with a first class. Yes, I finished with a first class. So I actually had a very good result. Not just like I finished as like the best female graduating student in my school. So that was what gave me my appointment after graduation. So like from youth service, I went back to school and became a lecturer.
Private university?
No, it's a federal university in the northern part of Nigeria. Yeah, I went to a federal university. So I became a lecturer there. The school actually sponsored, like they paid for my MSc. I did an MSc in Nigeria before I left. So they sponsored me. I went for an MSc. Then I came back. I started working. I lectured for about 5 to 6 years. Yeah, I lectured for about 5 to 6 years. So from there, I had few friends. Like Aincha Nona, I made the lecturing work. They got admission here in the US. So I reached out to about 1 or 2 of them, like, please, can you just put me through how to go about? They were like, you have everything it takes. You're good in research. You have a very good result. Okay, see what to do. First of all, try to reach out to any professor in the US and see if anybody will respond to you. Okay, I did that. 1 or 2 professors, they responded. Some did not respond. So they're not like, okay, it's not every time they will respond. Just check out schools that offer funding and reach out to the graduate coordinator. They might respond. So, okay, I did that. Reach out to some few graduate coordinator. 1 or 2 responded. Then, ebido the application process. Trust me, it's not easy. That's just the truth. And why engage Asigi is not easy because from start to the finish, I did everything myself. I did not use an agent. So it's not easy. Getting my certificates ready, my transcript, writing my SOP, email back to back, interviews with supervisors, and all the rest of them. Well, finally, I got the admission, fully funded PhD. They are going to pay for your school fees and living expenses. Yes, school fees and living expenses. So it's literally like, okay, I work with the school while I'm schooling. So that's what it is. And then the next one, the visa interview process. That one is a different story altogether. But this one is the main first one first, before the other part of it.
So when you came over, how did you manage to settle? How did you navigate the life to settle very strongly?
Okay, like I said, I got a job with them before I moved in here. So I did not really need to look for anything. The school started paying me just 2 weeks immediately I moved in.
Okono has a question for you. Okono, ask her question, please.
Okay, all right.
Wanyama, is you an evidence of what education can do? Because you're in America. When you were in Nigeria, were you illiterate?
I wasn't.
But that's
I
what you
wasn't
said.
an No.
No, from your statement, that is what it implies. You said, let me repeat what you said. You are evidence of what education can do because you're in
Meaning that
America right now.
opportunity is Okono,
It's not for you now. It's not for you now.
Hold on. You are trying to make her feel like you are trying to make her contradict herself. She did not say that she staying in Nigeria, she's not educated. What she
I
said
did
is
not
that
say yes.
having that certificate have given her that ample opportunity to
That's
expand
what I
her
said.
growth in life. That is what she meant.
The question was not for you. Allow my opponent to answer the question. Now you are giving her.
You just want to hold on. Okono, you just want to bring unnecessary question to escalate everything. That is what you are trying to do.
Chukwu Merije, somebody said, I will give you evidence. I'm the evidence of why education is important because she came to America being educated. I now ask you a question.
No.
When she was in Nigeria,
Wait,
was she
can
an
you-
illiterate?
My sister, hold on. Okono, now I stand with her to tell you that what she meant is that she having that certificate have given her that ample opportunity. If she don't have BSc, if she didn't finish with that first class credit, maybe she wouldn't have come to America. She wouldn't have expanded explore her opportunities now. You see,
Okay,
so education,
let me rephrase this question.
school ọ gara na Nigeria nyere ya that leverage ịnọ ebe ọ nọ kịta ọhịa a na-ekwu okwu ya gwa gị na onwe mgbe ọ gwara gị na ọ nọ na Nigeria na ọ bụ illiterate because na ọ nọ na Nigeria, but what she actually mean was that na school ọ gara na Nigeria bịa nyezie ya that leverage ịga far, and which is position ya na ọ dị better na than ebe ọ nọ bụ before. So and ihe m ji kọwa ihe awụ na excuse me, finally mgbe ị kwuru okwu a lady bịa translate ọrụ anyị ihe imenere, and you also subscribe to that. Ugbu a na m nọ na translate gị ihe o menere, gị na-emekwa argument.
This question was not for you. I wanted her to explain the Bible, but you're giving her expo. Now, baby girl, Americana, you said going to America, living in education. Myself, I want to ask you, somebody that is a billionaire who rejected American visa, the one you are glorifying now, is he educated or not? Unmute your mic and speak.
Mr. Okono, I think you're misunderstanding me. I did not say a billionaire rejecting American visa is an issue. You're just contradicting yourself right now. I'm trying to tell you that as somebody from a poor background that is trying to meet up with life, and you have the opportunity to go to school, that you have a lot of open doors that are going to come for you through that your certificates. I think you're getting it all wrong. When I came in here, I did not have an argument with you that, oh, if you're a billionaire and you did not go to school. I am talking about the struggling Nigerians. That was where I came from, and that was what I said.
That don't answer my question. My question to you is this. You said you are evidence of being educated that is in America. I now ask you, a billionaire in Nigeria that is not in America, is he educated or not? That is the question I ask you.
Okonu, she never said that.
Please,
thing
I
you
never
said
said
now.
that.
That
I
is
never
not
No,
what
said
she
that.
said.
You're taking my argument.
wait now.
Okonu, hold on.
Why am I on the cause problem? Why am I on the cause
brother, hold
problem?
on.
Why am I on the cause
Please,
problem?
my sister, the worst thing you will do is to unmute your mic when I mute you. You might be bigger than me, but respect me once you're on the bus, okay? I know why. My brother, just hold on. Okonu, please. Abịakwala gị were unnecessary thing or ka ị bịa misquote wee ka ọ wụrụ na ị chere ịbịa try ya ị chere ịjụ ya ajụjụ jụọ ya ajụjụ according to exactly ihe o kwuru ya zaa gị ya ịnwe ajụjụ gị jụọ wee bịa gị hụzie maka na ịhụtala nwa nne first of all fụ ka ọ na-ebịa na-adọ gị vam ọ hụrụ na ị dị smart ya wụrụ na iwu ji eji esi ọ dapụla n'ọchị ịma na agụọla m ụka ọnụ ka dictionary ụka ọnụ na like ụmụ nwaanyị dị intellectually smart ụka ọnụ like ụmụ nwaanyị wụ ka ihe a na-akpọ ha sapiosexual ka ọ gịnị ya hụ na ị dị intellectually smart ya ghọrọ gị with question ya wụrụ na iwu ji eji esi iwu tooro ọ naghịkwa ịjụ gị ajụjụ so fụ ụka ọnụ ịbịa na-adara gị with question ọ wee kudos to you o gosiri na ị dị smart ị wụrụ nwaanyị bịara na TikTok ụka ọ na-agba gị question ọ na-ajụ dị gị ajụjụ ọ chọghị ịdrag gị my sister nye bụrụ onwe gị anya mana na maybe ọ hụtaghị asị smart ụka ọnụ mọ mutu ị ga-ekwucharị n'okwu a ị ga-ekwuchi
enweghị ọzọ ga-ekwu okwu agwụla m na ekwusigo
okay my sister enwere ihe ichiri chip unmute your mic nne unmute your mic first.
Okay, so Ian Chorigwa Ogukon, because no, against the comment section, I was just following the comment section that period morning you could eat in. I was laughing. Ogukono, I don't know how old he is, but trust me, he has already made way for himself. If you're still upcoming, you're under 20, in between 30, and you're taking his advice, hook and shrink, trust me, please, if you're still in school, and you have all it takes to make the best results, trust me, do that. There are a lot of opportunities out there for you to exploit. Ola Koham.
Okay, Mr. Wajachere. Eze megodo mute eze mo mute date ị ga-ekwu okwu just chere my brother m buturu ama ebugote gị achọrọ m ka anyị dị just 6 m ga-ebugote gị back eze ịnụ na ihe dis our sister kwuru ịhụrụ otu o si bido ga-ehụ na ọnwa chere ịbụrụ onwe ya uru ọ gwara gị na ọ gachara school first of all I was expecting ụka ọnụ ma ụmụnne anyị ndị nwoke ekogodere esi host koturu nwanne anyị nwaanyị aka ịghọtaga ịhụ nwa agbọghọbịa ile ya anya even mgbe o kwuru na ọ gachara school wee lecturer ịma how difficult ọ dị na Nigeria bịakwa wụrụ n'ọta Nigeria wee bụ o si bido and ile ya anya ihu ya lukuru younger though we don't know her age ọ kwesịrị isi nna eze ọnwụ ya nwata bịa kwuo okwu kwuo ihe dị mma o mere okenye asị nna akụkwara nwa ka aka bete enwe onye mere ya ihe a na-achọwụ ka a chọọ ebe a ga-esi hukuo ya bịa drag wa ya nna ọ dịnụ mma na come on let's applaud her man ịghọtago ọ dịghị izi onye ọbụla wụ onye Igbo wete ihe nwa kwuru gasị na nwa m ga-amụta ka ọ dịkwa smart ka ọ nwekwe capacity ọ dịrị izi nwanne ihe awụ ihe anyị kwesịrị ị na-ahụ from our sisters ọwụhụ ishiki otele ishiki ukwu so we should applaud her my brothers and sisters. Eze just gaa n'iru nwanne.
Okay, good evening, good morning. Everyone who shall join. Okay, I'm making him gi. Okay,
welcome.
Okay, on my opposition. Jesse, I heard you. Jesse, I began on my platform called Story, and her story was very motivational to me, and a lot of people are following her footsteps. In the comment section, I got straight to the talk. I could be. So I've been listening for a long time, and I've been grabbing informations. Okay, so him to you now is the worst thing that happened to us as Africans when I discovered education early. The worst thing that happened to us as Africans that those are good in the education. That is the worst thing that happened. It was a worse thing that how butere tashi me electricity. How butere tashi aeroplane. How butere tashi motor. How butere tashi me fundamental things. But what are we arguing with? Utashi me gare. Utashi me mpataka. That happened 50 years ago. What we can boast of, that is our culture. And they didn't sacrifice. They do one thing the primitive African culture can say they have actually impacted in the whole world. Come by the side. Education, let me tell you people, the only hope for a common man or a poor man is education. There are different kinds of education. Imwatoro is a form of education. Ega school is a form of education. But there are different levels. You get junior Munakoro, you doctor. Everybody needs each other. The level of education you might have is different from the level of education I will have. Otan and I will not discuss anything about medical field because I don't have that level of education. I can't discuss anything about IT because I have not reached on that top of education, although I did cybersecurity as masters. But guess what? A doctor needs a mechanic to fix his car. A mechanic needs a doctor to treat him. No matter the form of education, we all need each other. But you get to really one education to another. Let me break Okono's heart and other waja. As a man, if you're not educated and you are doing business, you have a glass ceiling you can never pass. As a man, no matter your level of business, you will see that you don't fit in. As a man, you have to have some level of education to be able to operate on the same level with your cabals. May you take that stage because you could do only on the surface level business to you buy. If you want to be like these big boys, not control empires, you will have to have some level of education. Otherwise, you will not even know how to balance your shit. You don't know how to do some level of accounting, how to create business ideas that can get you to the next level. You only be operating on the surface. My customer be okay, my customer be. You will not even be innovative in your business domain because of what? You lack that form of education. Let me tell you, because of education, we're on this TikTok. Because of education, we can actually get better health care. Of course, that time. That time, no anesthesia, no nothing. But because of level of education, all those things are evolving. The world is changing. We can't say that the way that our ancestors were living, which never brought for us any single improvement or innovation. Africans were not innovative. There's no level of innovation. Just because of
sorry na imam ga-aka trogo brestod although enwere one of our brother nọ na comment section ọ sị na education bidoro from Africa and anụ na m that thing from people wụcha scholars enwere ndị a na eze ịma na iwu scholars enwere ndewu scholars nwechara PhD anụ na m ya from professors anụ na m from lecturers ha sị na education bidodiri n'Africa na ndị Igbo anyị ọwụhụ ndị Igbo na ndị Africa nwechara na education na enwere so many things ndị ọcha bịara abịa kọpịrị n'Africa ji ya mee nke ha modernize ya their own ọ dịka their own onwe ha gị hụ na Africa nwere when you talk about education ịtresikwa ya ị ga-ahụ na ọ nwekwara route to Africa ịghọtago so anyị na-ekwu ya beta ịgba m datina ịma enwere informal education nwekwa formal education so ya wụrụ na ị na-ekwu gị sị na education ndị ọcha bịa mezie ya bịa developụ ya adịzie more broad pepa ahụzie ya nke ahụ dị iche beto ịbịa na relegate Africa when it come conversation of education achọ m na I dey realistic about this.
Okay, so of course, somewhere some level of education within Africa. I'm not going to dispute that fact. But
ugbu a na ka ị chọrọ ka ikreti ugbu a na ka ị na-achọ ikreti premise ugbu a ka ị bata.
of course, but it's not about how it started. It's about how it's going. But even if you do no business, but to teach you that with the problem. How are you sustaining the business? Are you getting it to the next level? Anybody can start a business. Anybody can sell markets. But if you're not innovative, I'll put you behind. That is what I'm talking about. It doesn't matter if education started in Africa or not. The other immigrate in such a way that now they have left us when it comes to what we can achieve. Education is the only survival of human instinct. So if you think that education is not the way we're supposed to go about it, we shouldn't be here talking about it because it is revolving at it's straight before I lay Yakwa. Okaina right now was invented through education. We should be finding ways to encourage our young ones to be able to see the importance of education, be it formal or informal. I'm not going to TikTok. I'm not saying it is a form of education. Mota language. Is English-speaking country. It is a form of education. Make sure that I'm telling you, make sure that you have room to go to classroom to learn. No matter how old you are, education is still evolving. You can never learn everything finished. So I don't give you too much time. The only thing very contradictory is the primitive African way of life didn't do anything good for us. If you can agree to disagree, there is no one single thing that we can say the primitive African way of life did for us. Instead, it actually did a lot of dehumanization stuff. There's a lot of dehumanization stuff with the Rhine. I represent the importance of education with the Rhine. What is a religion? I do follow religion with education. That is the good thing education can have to do for us. Religion.